So, welcome again. Let's do a little bit of grounding this morning. So, you can sit however feels comfortable to you. I like to sit on a cushion and then fold the legs. There's a couple ways to fold the legs. You can cross the ankles like this, and then one of my shins is kind of resting on my heel. Or you can draw one heel into the groin and let your shin down. And there's this little mountain peak here. And then you make another mountain peak in front of that with your other heel. And you might feel like you're tilting forward a little bit more. Two options. Okay. Now close the eyelids for a moment and just allow both sitting bones to relax a little bit more. Let your legs feel heavy. Keep your lower body nice and heavy as you ever so slightly lift your rib cage a little bit off of your hips. So you're just allowing the spine to lengthen, giving a little bit more space for you to breathe. Imagine a beam of light in the spine. Maybe this beam of light shines down below the tailbone and continues up out of the crown of the head into the sky. And begin to breathe up and down this pillar of light. As you inhale, imagine your breath rising up the spine through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, imagine the breath washing all the way back down to the tailbone, or even a little bit below the tailbone. This is very much an energetic breath. It makes a big difference very quickly. Let's do a few more of these breaths. Allow yourself to fully arrive in this moment. See if you can keep this breath, the visualization, and maybe the quality of your breath that has developed as you open the eyes. You're still kind of imagining the breath rising and falling. Now we'll come into buzzing bee breath, also known as Brahmari breath. We'll have the teeth ever so slightly touching as we hum on our exhale. And it'll sound like this. And we'll do that with the thumbs gently plugging the ears and the fingers just shielding the eyes. So this is a pratyahara practice. You're kind of closing off the vision, one of the senses. And when you plug the ears, you'll actually hear your humming even more. And this really clears the mind. Let me come up close to you. Let me do one, and you can just listen, and then we'll do it together. So I'm gonna close this little flap of my ear with my thumb gently, not so much that I can't hear anything at all. I'm gonna inhale. And then I'm gently closing the flap. As I exhale, I'm humming with my teeth gently touching. Let's do 4 of them. Inhale to begin. When you're ready, you can release. Just notice the mind. Contract your throat slightly so you can feel and hear your breath. Let your inhales and exhales wash in and out through the nose. You can release any visualization of the breath rising and falling. Let that go. And we'll keep this Ujjayi breath, this ocean sounding breath, for the next several minutes of our practice. Allow it to anchor you and hold you in the present moment. Release your cushion off to the side so that you're sitting right down on the sitting bones. Let your fingertips tent on either side of you. Press your sitting bones down into the ground to get a little bit taller, lengthening out through the crown. On your next inhale, reach the hands out. Let the palms face up. Reach them all the way up over the head. Let them touch at the top. Exhale, reach them out and down. Fingertips touch the floor at the bottom. Again. Both lungs opening on the inhale. Both lungs releasing on the exhale. You can even squeeze out any stale air at the bottom. Let's take one more like this. Inhale up with me. This time as you exhale, let your left arm down to the ground. Your whole palm touches the ground. Lean on it. Draw your thumb that's in the air towards the back while your pinky draws down. Opening this right side of the body, drop your right hip down a little more. Tuck the chin a little bit and let the head fall. Notice where the head can relax and open. Take your right hand that's in the air and reach it away and down, palm facing the ground. Stretch the shoulder away from your neck. Let your palm flip up. Inhale, reach it up and over. See if you can stretch a little more to the side. And release all the way up and over to the other side. Your left thumb reaches towards the back wall, your pinky reaches down. Find that spot where your head and neck can let go. Drop your left hip down a little more. Take your hand that's in the air, reach it down away from you. Drop the shoulder away from your neck, finding a little more space there. You're welcome to move the neck if you want to. On an inhale, flip the palm up, reach it up and over, leaning to the side a little more. And release. Bring your hands behind you, scoot your sitting bones back just an inch or two. So you have a bunch of space in between the legs. One shin is crossed in front of the other. Inhale, reach it out and up. Palms touch, bring it to your heart. Now reach your heart forward, reach your hands forward, palms facing up. Feel this in the back of the hips. Pause here, shoulders glide down. You can kind of feel your belly working as you lift. Let your palms face down, bring them down to the ground, let your head bow. Send your breath into the hip sockets, the low back. Relax your legs a tiny bit more. Relax the jaw. On your next inhale, start to look forward. Reach the hands with the palms facing up. Bring them together at the top and down. Switch the crossing of your legs. You can help your other shin in front. Inhale out and up. Lift the rib cage off of your hips. Keep it there as you bring the palms to the heart. Reach your hands forward, palms facing up. You'll feel your belly, your whole core engage as you pause here. So we're externally rotating the arms, which helps our shoulders hug in to that perfect spot in the sockets. Really great for shoulder alignment. One more breath. On an exhale, palms face down, bowing down. Let all the muscles in the face soften. Let your legs relax. Next inhale helps you reach forward and up. And bring it down to the heart. Lean back a little bit, hands come behind you. Open your feet wide. Press, you can even make fists. Press them down as you lift up. You might even glide your pelvis forward a little bit. And the bowl of the pelvis, if we have a bowl in the pelvis, it's tilting forward. Maybe water is able to spill out of the front of the pelvis. Heart lifts. Your toes are reaching up, your legs are activated. Try to keep this alignment as you reach out and let your left arm come down, leaning. Bring that left hand underneath the pelvis, reaching towards your right leg. On an inhale, reach it up and over, exhaling to the other side. On an inhale, up and over. Exhale in, then take a full breath. Reach both arms up. And palms face up, reach it forward. This is a little bit harder. You can stay here, lifting a little bit. Palms face down. And relax a little bit. Can you lean forward? Relax the feet. Take a couple breaths here. Maybe your elbows bend, looking down at the ground. Maybe your heart is lengthening up off of your hips. Press into the hands, rising up. Scoop your hands underneath your knees. Draw them together. Ooh, let your hands rest behind you and just windshield wiper your legs a little bit side to side. Let your knees fall to the left. And then lean into that left hand. Drag your right hand all the way around behind you. You're facing the back wall. Press into the ground. Breathe into the twist. You can try to look over your left shoulder. Unwind. Knees fall to the right. Drag that left hand all the way around. Plant it down behind you. You're looking towards the back wall. Press into the hands. Breathe down deep into your belly. And maybe you'd like to look over your right shoulder. Unwind. Coming into tabletop. Hands and knees. Wide fingers. Hands are right underneath the shoulders. Knees are right underneath the hips. Today, let's inhale as we round. Rounded cat. Breathe into the backs of those shoulders. Exhale, stick out the tongue for lion's breath as you come into sway back cow. As you continue, come back to that beam of light in your spine. Imagine that your beam of light is getting longer each time you flex the spine. So you're actually lengthening the spine as you round, lengthening the spine in that sway back. Last one. Come into neutral tabletop. Draw your belly button a little bit towards your spine. Walk your hands an inch or two forward, circle out your hips. Let your head, neck, and shoulders move around as well. Go the other way. Slow it down. And the next time that your heart comes forward over your hands, pause there. We're going to let the pelvis drop down, inch your legs together. Your arms are straight, your elbows are locked. Lift your heart, really opening this front eastern side of the body. You can draw the chin back towards your neck a little bit. Try to broaden through your collarbones. Inhale, look up just for one inhale. Exhale, sink your sitting bones all the way back towards your heels. Let your forehead bow. Drawing yourself back into neutral tabletop. Let's take one more posture before we come into our restorative portion. So we'll come into gatekeeper. Pivot your, let me actually face straight forward. Pivot your left ankle off to the left side. And then you're going to bring your right toes to the back of your mat and kind of see my toes back there. And then lower your inner arch down. So your inner arch is relaxing down at the back of your mat. Your left ankle is out to the side. You're going to lean onto that left shin and left hand as you reach your right arm up to the sky and then over your head. Again, your thumb draws towards your backside. Your pinky is drawing down. Maybe draw the front of your pelvis forward and your head back. Breathing into this, the sides of the body are said to be our gates. Allow your gates to open, letting in more light, positive energy. That foot that is at the back of your mat, if you want to, you can even draw the heel back towards your backside more, allowing more of a back bend to happen. Take one more breath wherever you are. Slowly unwind. Sink into child's pose. Let your palms face up. Notice what you're grateful for. And draw yourself back into tabletop. Right ankle pivots off to the right side. Left toes come to the back of your mat, lower your inner arch down. Leaning on to your right leg and right hand, reach your left arm up to the sky and then over your head. Just play with your alignment on this side. Do you want to keep your back foot where it is? Do you want to draw it towards your backside more for more of a back bend? What feels good? Imagine more light and positive energy coming in through your open gate of your side. When you're ready, nice and easy, coming out. This time we'll rest in a restorative child's pose. You can take your bolster, maybe take a block or two if you like it to be a little bit higher. Let your knees open wide and really draw your bolster right under you. So it's tucking under your thighs a little bit. And then place your first block at the medium height underneath, and then your second block at the top height. Good, and then just lay down on it. Let one ear relax. We'll just be here for a minute on each side. Find what's comfortable. Let your arms relax. And allow yourself to surrender. How quickly can you soften and drop in? Let your head turn to the other side. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders, slowly pressing. Release the blocks and the bolster. And let's come laying on the back with the bolster underneath us. So feel free to have a extra little pillow where your head is going to end up. And you can either have cushions or blocks handy. The short edge of your bolster is just going to touch the back of your sacrum. Your sitting bones are on the ground. You have blocks or cushions available to you. And you're going to lay down, letting your back rest on the bolster. Tuck your shoulder blades a little bit down and in towards the side so that your palms can face up. Let your knees be bent for a moment. Let your heels jut out to the sides, your knees fall in towards each other. Take a few slow breaths. This is a very spacious, open pose. You can invite a little more spaciousness in your mind. Notice how there's this nice feeling in the very low belly. It's kind of dropping downward with gravity. In some traditions, we call this pose watching the grass grow. Let time fall away. Let your breath fall away. Allow your natural breath to be soft. Invite that moment at the bottom of your exhale to be slow, maybe allowing a subtle pause there. And there's no rush for your next inhale or exhale. And to stay here through our next pose, if you prefer. Very slowly, let the soles of your feet come together. Place cushions or blocks underneath the outer sides of the legs or knees so that there's no strain. Let the palms continue to face up. Allowing space. Allowing yourself to simply be. I'll play you a little bit of music here. Just allow your body to completely let go.
גלגל המתגלגל מלמטה למעלה, מרכבות סתומות הולכות ומתגלגלות. כל נעימה עוד עולה ויורד, הולך ומשוטט בעולם. כל שופר נמשך בעומקי המדרגות, מסובב הגלגל סביב. כל גלגל המתגלגל מלמטה למעלה, מרכבות סתומות הולכות ומתגלגלות. כל נעימה עוד עולה ויורד, הולך ומשתת בעולם. כל שופר נמשך בעומקי המדרגות, מסובב הגלגל סביב. למעלה, מרכבות סתומות הולכות ומתגלגלות. כל נעימה עוד עולה ויורד, הולך ומשתת בעולם. כל שופר נמשך בעומקי המדרגות, מסובב הגלגל סביב. גלגל המתגלגל מלמטה למעלה, מרכבות סתומות הולכות ומתגלגלות. כל נעימה עוד עולה ויורד, הולך ומשוטט בעולם. כל שופר הגלגל סביב.
Slowly take a deep inhale. Exhale out through the mouth. And let your head rock side to side. You can slowly roll to one side, coming off of the bolster, pressing it. And we have time for one more before Shavasana. So I'd really love to do legs up the wall or legs on the couch, and then a flat Shavasana today. If your body's asking for different, please listen to that. Otherwise, you can follow me. I'm going to bring the bolster with me for legs up the wall. Welcome to put your legs in a chair or a couch as well. It's great posture. So in order to come up to the wall, you're going to actually sit sideways. And then walk your hands away from the wall and let your feet come up. And then you can inchworm a little bit closer. Your sitting bones do not need to touch the wall. In fact, if you're too close to the wall, then your legs will want to fall away. So have a little bit of space. And then you can lift your hips and place the bolster underneath your low back and buttocks. And let your legs relax up the wall. Your arms can come out into a T if you're looking for more spaciousness, more open space. Or they can rest, the hands can rest on the belly. If you want a little bit more comfort, a little bit more maybe self-attention, you can let the hands touch the body. And allow yourself to melt here. You might notice subtle energy shifting in the pose. Let gravity help you relax. If the mind starts to get busy, you can lovingly draw it back to the present moment. Invite that sensation that we had after the buzzing bee breath. Invite that back into the mind. Let the weight of the head drop back towards the floor. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Again, hug your knees into the chest. Press your feet into the wall or couch to lift the pelvis. Take the bolster out from underneath you. Let your back rest on the floor for a moment. And to come out, you can roll to one side. No rush. And when you're ready, you can press out. And let's come lying flat on the back for Shavasana. You're welcome to have the bolster underneath your knees or calves, or your legs can be flat on the floor. You're also welcome to cover the body with a blanket. Make sure that your back feels comfy on the floor. You can always hug the knees into the chest once you get down there, and then let them out long. Once again, tuck the shoulders down and a little bit in towards the body so that your palms can face up on either side of you. And let's open to receiving all the blessings from this practice, from your life, from the universe. As you rest here, you can surrender completely and also open to receiving light, energy, peace. I'll play one last song for you as you Deepen your breath. You can gently roll onto your right side, coming into a fetal position. And let your head be heavy as you press up to seated. If you'd like to continue with a greater sense of calm for a little bit longer, then you can bring your right pointer finger to close off your right nostril and take a few breaths through the left. If you want more productive energy, you're going to do the opposite, taking a few breaths through the right. Okay. The top of your next inhale, hold the breath, hold that energy in. Release the hand and exhale. Bring both palms together at heart center, lift the heart, bow the chin. And maybe set an intention from this loving space in the heart for your day or for your life. Namaste means the light in me honors the light in you. Remembering that we're all connected, all one. We say together, Namaste. Namaste.